Yeah, I kind of set up for failure, all right, because we text now, and texting creates an emotional intimacy within like 3 days, maybe 2 weeks at the most. And the problem is like you feel like just because the body is a masterpiece by God, so an emotional level you're really close with somebody, but psychologically you're actually not, or on a level of sacrifice you're not really close to them. And so we basically have all these structures in society right now that create this immediacy of intimacy. And so for that reason, the system is pretty much rigged against us, because the way that we communicate is a way of intimacy, right? You can text somebody and you see a screen, and you're not face to face with somebody. It's a lot harder to ask them certain questions on a first date than it is on your third texting date, you know? It's like it's 10 o'clock at night and you're in bed and you're texting somebody. You have no inhibitions, right? It doesn't exist, almost none. The internet creates an anonymity, not only with usernames that don't know people, but also between people. You don't know them on a deep level, and that's why you can say whatever you want to them, because you feel fine saying that, even though it would seems kind of seems sort of counterintuitive that you would only say intimate things to someone you really know, but in fact you feel fine saying it to them because you don't really know them, right? When you really love somebody, it takes a big risk to say that you love them, right? When you don't really love somebody, you can say you love to them very quickly. When you really know somebody, saying something very intimate takes a lot from you. So that's really the problem. How to fight against that? I mean, you have to build relationships that are not based upon texting. I think it's the only way to do it. Because outside of that, man, within like 3 days, you've got a couple and they're into all sorts of impurities, right? So you have to set up very rigorous rules of like, all right, we'll text, we text like five to 10 times a day, right? We text at certain times of the day. Because if not, you're just lying to yourself, right? No human being who's like attracted to another human being can text at 11 o'clock at night, like every night for 2 weeks and not fall into some problems. Just give me a break. Or you're just lying to yourself. The problem with us is that we pretend that we're saints instead of like acting like we're like deep sinners, right? Because we act like we're saints because it's like, I can go up to the fire and I'm not going to get burned. It's like, no, you can't. You can't. So I think the only way to do it is to set up very clear rules, which is not easy to do, right? Humans are weak, and humans, once again, you want to be loved. And so like all of a sudden, a guy's like, oh my gosh, a girl likes me. Oof. Like, that just changes everything. That you just have to stop, put on the brakes, and set up clear rules. Because once again, the culture today is like you just date because you like somebody. The culture was for centuries, you date because it's like, I'm interested in like marrying you. So a Catholic's understanding of dating is like, I think I want to marry this person. I want to like live a life where we are raising Catholic men and women. That's a mature mission and adventure. A very immature adventure is like I think you're good looking and I'm good looking, so let's tango. It's just like it's a very shallow and very limited concept of what a human being is able to achieve, as opposed to this scary idea of sitting down and being like, I legitimately think that you're the person to go on an adventure of like building souls for heaven. Whoa, okay. That's a bomb you drop, right? And people are scared of that. So yeah, you just have to set up rules, some hardcore rules, and knowing yourself.